Even before the dawn of time, the concept of a great force was already recognized by our prehistoric ancestors. It is believed that souls dwell in those elements from small to obvious natural forces that surrounded them. Deities did progress from a simple elemental form like the fire, wind, water, and earth, perhaps the sun, moon, heavens, and the stars, and gradually turned into beings with features and aspects similar to man as the way of life also progressed. The human-like deities of centuries before were still recognized up to these present times, as everyone now studied them in literature and history with their corresponding myths that were also greatly preserved. There was a well-known Zeus of the ancient Greeks, Jupiter of the Romans, Indra of the Vedic beliefs, and Odin of Norse mythology. A similar god who was considered the sky father and bearer of fire and thunder was also present during the pre-colonial era of the Visayas island. The masculine entity was called Kaptan. There were many portrayals of who Kaptan was to those who worshipped him. He could be a father, a protector, a creator, and even the bringer of punishments. He was even noted to be a very strict but doting grandfather to his grandchildren in one of those tales. In most accounts about Kaptan, like in the notes of Loarca, Miller, and Jocano, the Visayan father god was commonly depicted as both creator and bringer of justice. He is also accompanied by Magwayan, his sister wife. In Jocano's notes about the old Filipino deities, under the Visayan section, it was said that there were three major worlds in the mythology: the Kahilwayan, the heavens; Kamariitan, the earth or mortal lands; and Kasakitan, the hell or underworld. Kaptan, knowing fully that he is the king of the gods, naturally would dwell in Kahilwayan, overseeing the world under him, while other minor deities appointed to live in either the Kamaritan or Kasakitan. With regards to Kaptan's physical and psychological description, most of the blog articles would say that he had the appearance of a middle-aged man, but was more muscular compared to a mere mortal. Also, the sky god was a bit impetuous, especially when his subjects would forget to call on his help and give him the right thanksgiving. Hence why there was a tale about him and Magwayan arguing, causing the sea and the sky to depart and creating the first land masses on the earth. Also, another tale that showed his bad temper is noted in the Visayan creation myth when he battled his grandchildren when he learned that they were conspiring to overthrow him from his throne, a similar narrative to the Greek creation myth. The symbols that associated with the primordial deity are the carabao and the eagle, as these animals were the most common symbols for the typical masculine entity of any pantheon. The color red and gold were also perfect for Kaptan, since red symbolizes vigor and royalty, while gold was a shared resource during the pre-colonial times of the Visayas. With what I have said, those were actually just a short note from my essay that I'll be posting it soon on my Patreon. With the subject Kaptan, he is very. There were actually no further recorded history about him aside from comparing him to the Greek gods, the Hindu gods, those sky fathers similar to him. But there were three authors that have mentioned him in mythologies like Diluarca, Miller, and Jocano. So the earliest is actually Miguel de Luarca, and that was on 1568. Yes, I think 1568. And he recorded two tales about the Visayan myths, like two different tales from the Visayan seaside people and the Visayan mountain people. First, with the seaside people, they were actually singing. So in Luarca's, in Luarca's notes, he said that these Visayan seaside people were good singers. So they were actually singing about a creation myth that they known ever since. And this was though very well known now, Visayan myths like Kaptan and Magwayan. They had the children, Lihang and Lida got married, and they had their grandchildren. That is actually the tale from the seaside people of the Visayas. And the second one is the Visayan people from the mountain, and he noted that it was somewhat a different tale. It was like a shortcut, something like that. But in that tale, it was said that Kaptan and Magwayan, they were not actually mentioned by name in the Visayan mountain people's story. They instead of Kaptan and Magwayan, they just named it the heavens and the seas. Yeah, so that's it. So in that tale, so the heaven and the sea had an argument because a kite, it was a kite that caused them to argue, and with their argument, there was a battle, and it created a rift between the heavens and the sky. So the sea depart, and it creates the islands, the countries and with that, in the middle of that land, there was a bamboo, and came the first men. So that is the tale from the mountain people that De Luarca recorded. This was also these mountain people's tale was recorded in I think in Cebu. I forgot the book. I posted it in my essay. That was written by Resil Mojares and Susan Quimpo. I think that was Miss Susan Quimpo. Yeah, I'll post a resource there. It was also put there. It was also written there. The Visayan mountain people's tales. So there are two earlier records about it and of who Kaptan was, and I had other resources to share to you. And again, I'll be posting it on my Patreon, and I hope that you'll follow me there. So thank you guys. I hope you'll learn more about this because I'll be posting more about Visayan deities. So thank you.